sounds amazing. So I'm working on rearranging the screen to make this happen a little bit better. I need to hide myself. Oh, please bear with me. I'm going to run an ad so that people who aren't subscribers don't see the chaos. Okay. Subscribers, you get to see how the sausage is made. So welcome everybody who is here joining us. Let me put myself in the corner here. We have all the dogs, all the humans, all down here. I'm going to run upstairs and grab us beer.
I'm about to go get us.
Annie's going, I want a blue moon, please.
I already knew that.
So Annie's going to go grab beer. I forgot to add myself to the screen. Let me add myself to the screen.
You want to stay? She might actually stay. She got a bone.
Okay. And we have Stella in the basement now. So all 3 dogs are here as well.
Wow.
So I'm going to take a moment. I'm apparently not muting my video. Let me kill my video to give more room to you guys. There. I figured out how to hide myself. Okay, so to catch everyone up, we have been here for more, not quite yet more. I started 2 minutes late. We have been, let me figure out how to pull the timer up in a moment. We've been here for roughly 39 hours, streaming you science and science-related art, music. We failed to actually cook anything because we kept getting amazing guests we hadn't expected. It has been an amazing 39 hours. And as we go into our final hour, I'm inviting our entire team. Hi, Stella. All the dogs. Hi, Stella. All the dogs. This is the puppy that was on the Hangout-a-thon last year. She's still a puppy. Stella. She's just a bit bigger. And so on camera right now, I have Nancy in the upper right. I have Susie, our producer, in the lower right. I have Gordon, who, can you adjust your camera so you're not entirely hidden by the goals? I'm sorry, Gordon, who is one of our moderators extraordinaire and has more than one rescued my sorry butt when I did something remarkably weird with Amazon Web Services. And then in the upper left is the CEO of the Planetary Science Institute, our home, Dr. Mark Seitz, and my dog really wants to lick my ear. Thank you so much, Keeper of Maps, for all the bits. Thank you. So we are currently sitting, without having synced the bits recently, we are sitting at $8,276.28. This includes a $1,000 match. And I don't know if we can do it, but in my perfect world, which we rarely live in, I should not put this dog on top of another dog, but I need to put her down. Go away. Go away, Stella. Thank you. So in my perfect world, we are able to hit $10,000 by the end of the hour. I don't think we're going to, but that's my dream. And thank you, mods. And I don't know what to say other than you guys have been with us. There are 74 of you out there. Oh, we're losing viewers this hour. I need to be more exciting, clearly. So what's it been like behind the scenes? Nancy, you've been one of the people behind the scenes the most, I think, because Susie, I keep putting in front of the scenes. So can you talk about your experience behind and what it's been like over the years watching CosmoQuest change and grow?
Oh, boy. It's certainly gotten more busy.
Yeah.
You have learned very well from Fraser how to delegate and identify strengths. It's been fun. I'm sorry, I've got stuff in my throat. when I joined as the Facebook admin, I didn't ever believe we were going to be where we are today.
Oh my goodness, I know. And so Nancy told this story from her side earlier today. She did not know our side. So our Facebook group was a pit of despair. That's an exaggeration, but it was a mess. There were people in there periodically putting up ads. I couldn't keep up with it. People had to often wait 2 or 3 days to get added to the group. And this friendly offer out of the darkness arrived saying, "Hi, can I moderate your Facebook group?" And I was like, "Oh my God, yes, yes, please. I'm giving you admin authority right now. Please do not do anything to make me sad, but I'm giving you all the keys to the castle. Help." And Nancy just stepped forward and was like, "Got it." And we'd periodically go, "Oh my God, you're so awesome. Thank you." And that's all we did. And we gloried in the awesomeness that is Nancy, because suddenly this thing that had been this nagging voice in the back of my head of, "Oh my gosh, I've got to go fix our Facebook." It was just fixed. It was just fixed. And over the years, Nancy has periodically stepped in and said, "Excuse me, I've got this." It just fixed stuff, including often proofreading grants.
Yes.
I don't even like reading the grants, and I wrote them. So, yeah, okay, continue now that I have told my side of that story.
Well, you have also assigned me terrifying chores. Like, just over a year ago at AGU, when you became deathly ill and could not present.
Oh, right.
And it's like, you know what's going on. You can do this. And I'm like, I was quaking in my boots.
But I knew you could do it.
I'm glad you did. But I did it. And I hope I wasn't too much of an embarrassment.
I heard only good things, so you're good.
Oh, thank you. This group welcomes everyone. They identify your strengths, even if it's just paying attention to the news and pointing out a new news article.
Yeah.
They welcome all help. And that's what makes it special. And there are no egos. You can go to somebody and say, "Hey, could do this better," or "What do you think about this?" or "I screwed up."
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, away we go. We fix it, move forward. And that's what makes it so very special.
And we try really hard to make all of you proud of us. Oh, we have too many dogs suddenly. Okay. We have 2 bones, 3 dogs.
Nobody was after your bone, Eddie.
So I'm going to work on doing a little bit of rearranging while we continue to talk. And this so one of the things that I try really hard to make clear to everyone in the team is I screw stuff up, and I'm going to own it when I screw stuff up. And I'm going to own it very publicly to make it clear I, as leader, screw things up. If any of you guys screw up, in general, I'm going to go, "Okay, hold on. Let me talk to you privately." And we're just going to fix it. And it's not a big deal because everyone screws up, and pretty much anything can be fixed unless, of course, you screw up the software in Starliner. They'll get a second go. Thank you, Dr. WD40, for the $20. Thank you so much. And I think let's just fix it and not judge. That we don't judge the people.
Right.
We just get the stuff done. It's changed the environment. And what I really love is all of us are human, which means even if we don't like to admit it, we're broken creatures. And in this group, we've created a place where people are able to say, I am out of spoons. I am done for the day. I am noping out of everything else.
Mhm.
And we just pick things up for each other. And we know how to do that. And we know how to hand people spoons before they start pulling out the forks, because those are sharp.
Right. And I know in my situation particularly, I have a day job
Yeah.
that 99% of the time during the week takes my precedent. And you understand that. Everyone understands that. And I don't feel any pressure. And it helps because I can't leave the day job right now.
Right.
So that makes it very special.
And I have fantasies of you being able to leave your day job, but your day
And
job is in a commercial world, and I need to write a whole lot more grants before we can afford you, because you're worth it.
Thank you.
And Gordon, you've been behind the scenes as another one of these people that has all the skills we need. And we have turned to you to help with students doing GIS problems I couldn't solve. We have turned to you when I broke Amazon Web Services in remarkable ways. So I know what brought Nancy here. And I have to say, I'm grateful that you have stepped forward in the exact same ways, but I don't know your story the way I know Nancy's story.
How did I get involved? That's a good question. I mean, I found the Astronomy Cast podcast. I was relatively, in terms of the community, I was relatively late on the scene, but got caught up to speed and said, this seems like a good thing that I want to be involved with, and met very nice people and got active in the WSH crew. Even though I'm often busy on Wednesdays, because Susie, I gather you gamed today. I game on Wednesdays, right in the middle of WSH crew. But I mean, I looked around and I saw people doing good things. And I guess I really sort of stepped up a little bit when we started planning AC 500.
Yes, that's entirely true.
Yeah. And I mean, I walked away from AC 500 with this and all those signatures, but all the signatures are the people in the community who are really, they are taking an even more active role. I mean, these are people who came from all over the world in some cases to go to Edwardsville to get together with people. And so I looked at my glass with all the signatures. I mean, there's Dave and Fraser, and I know Nancy's on here somewhere right there. Everyone's on this. And that's part of it. I mean, if I have skills that I can help you with, that why not share them? It's doing a good thing.
I'm realizing the other people in the room can't hear what is going on.
Oh.
So, well, it's because we don't have speakers working, and I'm working to add speakers. I think they can now hear. Can someone say something?
No. Yeah. Hello, room.
Hello, room.
I found my microphone.
I know, right? Who's your one favorite human? I don't know. Don't worry about it. Come here.
So, Arnstro, we're missing you.
Oh, sorry.
We're missing you. We're missing part of the team. So Arnstro, tell your story.
My story.
Yeah, and then I'm going to do Susie and Annie last.
So I guess my story is that I had way too much time on my hands in a military environment, and then as a civilian in a military environment. And so I was watching every episode of the Weekly Space Hangout and Astronomy Cast and watching all this stuff that would come up on Universe Today and commenting forever in the comments. And I guess somebody decided that, hey, he's got too much time on his hands. We could use him. And so here I am. I love staying up late at night and talking about stars and galaxies and cosmology and UFOs and aliens and all these other things, and it's just great to be with the same kind of people that enjoy those things.
Use your words, honey.
No, I mean I was totally on camera all the way.
Yeah, I know. We're not going to talk about that.
Chat's already like, hey, we saw favorite human.
I'm not sorry. I regret nothing.
We accidentally tricked Annie's significant other onto camera. We didn't mean to. It just happened.
You were only supposed to see half of his face.
But I moved the camera, and he didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
I kept saying, I was like, I'm pretty sure the cameras are pointing like right over there.
Sorry, favorite human.
We adore you, favorite human.
You can have a cookie.
We have so many cookies.
There's cookies right next to him.
Can you hand me a box of cookies?
Oh, yeah. But
So
dogs don't watch out. Eddie knows what these are now.
So I'm
And
gonna
I didn't get any cookies.
I'm gonna send you this box. This box
Awesome.
is unopened.
Thank you.
Okay, so this kind of cookie, and Arinstro is fleeing.
What are you looking for? Yeah.
So this kind of cookie is my favorite kind of cookie, and Gordon learned this when he inadvertently ordered way too many cookies, and I ended up with cookies. And this is also the same kind of cookie that flew to the International Space Station. And both Astro Wise, a Canadian, and Keeper of Maps, Gordon, a Canadian, recognized this was their opportunity to fill us with cookies. We have so many cookies. We are so happy. Thank you for the cookies.
We have indeed finished one box.
Only
Only
one box.
one? I think we've actually finished two.
I see one open.
So there's one in the trash, and I saw another empty one.
It's
So
not empty. That one over there is not empty.
okay.
It's closed.
And Canada
Yeah.
Kim just tipped us $25.
Oh,
Thank you, Canada
Thank
Kim.
you, Canada Kim.
Blame Canada.
Always blame Canada.
We're sorry.
So the way.
No, there's no treats, Eddie.
Oh gosh, Eddie.
It's my fault.
So our Instro became one of the people in our chat that always discussed food. I'm not quite sure how this happened, but we've developed a culture that involves discussing waffles, pancakes, bacon,
Coffee.
and coffee all the time. And
Bagels.
bagels, that's true. But I'm not going to try to make bagels, and I don't think anyone else is going to try to make bagels in our community. Those we purchase.
All hail Taurus Earth.
But our Instro here, thank you, Eric. Eric is one of our Bennu mapping soldiers of, oh my gosh, he marked, I think it was over 700 images.
I don't remember,
Wow.
and I should know.
But our Instro outed himself as being a pancake maker. And I am not always as lucky as I would like. And the week before our Astronomy Cast 500 episode, I was out biking and my bike decided it was no longer going to move forward. And momentum caused me to fly into the handlebars and break my arm in two places. It's supposed to be the ground that hurts you. No, my bike hurt me. And I was a sad camper because it was my left arm and I'm left-handed. And all these people descended into my house and did all the things. And our Instro made pancakes after we had survived everything. And so not only are these people descending upon my house, Susie, Nancy, all of them, but they're cooking. And Gordon, French toast should have cinnamon.
What? He doesn't like French toast with cinnamon?
This is an ongoing debate.
You win. You win.
Don't argue with the boss.
Oh, God.
You still
No.
ate
Be
it.
in our life more often.
Now, Susie, we've been working with you so long that I can't even remember how we met other than it was at some point I connected, oh shoot, this person who does this podcast is also the person who's doing space stuff over here. And suddenly two people became one person of awesome. And it took me way too long to figure that out. So how did you first get sucked into our community? I think the answer was Fraser.
Well, before Fraser even, it was, I worked with the Parsec Awards.
Right.
And so that's how I met you through Laura and all the various folks at the Parsecs. And I met Fraser. And then when I started kind of doing a little job hunting for something I could do at home, I happened to tweet out, and Fraser remembered me from Parsecs, and he's like, well, she could handle organizing an awards program, so she could probably handle doing stuff. So he hired me on first to work for Universe Today and do social media stuff.
And that's when you and I got together.
Yes, that's when we got together. And just as things kind of expanded, he had me start working with Astronomy Cast and the Weekly Space Hangout. And then as things expanded and then CosmoQuest got a grant, you inherited me.
I stole you ruthlessly. The Canadian dollar was tanking at the same time that I was like, oh God, Fraser, I need help. And he's like, I've got you.
Take Susie.
Yes. He literally said the Canadian dollar does not let me afford this woman anymore. Can you please pay her what she's worth? And this is why we're doing a hangout-a-thon, people, because all these years later, we're still trying to pay Susie what she's worth. Give that we can pay Susie.
Thank you. And all of your money is greatly appreciated and goes to put my kids into college.
It's true. As she is 2 starting next August. So.
Yep. 1 now, wow. 1 starting. So, yeah.
And Annie, do you remember how we first met?
Yes. It was totally Dr. John Feldmeyer's fault. So, once upon a time, I was an undergrad at Youngstown State University, where Dr. John Feldmeyer and Dr. Pat Durrell are. Pat Durrell is now a Canadian American.
Yes.
In case somebody didn't know.
We collect Canadians.
We totally collect Canadians. I was working in the planetarium as their own non-physics major. And John was like, how about we make a planetarium show? This is how I got scarred with Blender, the free 3D program. But it's also how I met Pamela. So I created about half the visual content of the show. I remember you really liked my stars.
I did.
And I graduated, and then it's like, hey, let's hire you. Let's find a way to hire you.
Yeah.
And I've just been here since.
Yeah, and we're going to keep her. And Mark, do you remember how long we go back?
You know, we didn't interact much, but I seem to recall that Michael Gibbs introduced you to me at a meeting in Tucson, some astronomical meeting. I don't know, maybe an ASP meeting that was at the Tucson Convention Center.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I only heard rumors about you on the street, post offices and things. And
post offices.
Well, you know, are you see this person? And then really didn't interact much until the transition process or you're talking, you know, about you're joining us. And I have to say that it's been about a year now, you know, that you have been part of PSI and your people. And I have been nothing but thrilled to have all of you on board. It has been just a total pleasure. And I'm looking at it from the, you know, hard bitten, you know, perspective of the CEO and, you know, what can they wring out of these people up. But you know, we have like almost 110 PhDs.
Yeah.
You know, we're involved in like all the NASA missions, you know, do the subjects and everything. But one of the challenges is getting out all the stuff that we do and conveying it to the public, you know, and letting people know about it. And so my desire, my plan is I see you all as not only doing excellent work, but providing an opportunity for us to really open up in a different dimension what we do in our solar system exploration, exploring solar systems around other stars, and even some astronomy, astrobiology, and all that, and get that out to people. And Annie, you and I need to talk. But
yes, I know. See, I'm going to pause you right there and tell you I'm not the one you have to win over.
It's favorite human who's hiding off camera.
Oh, well, I'll talk to him too. and maybe dogs. And I'll talk to the dogs too. But no, I see that what you guys do is stuff I've never seen before. So I find it very exciting. The social media, and not just doing the shows and stuff like that and getting the word out, but also the citizen science. And I have to say that I'm one of these people that have been very suspicious of citizen science because, frankly, I've seen some pretty lousy citizen science presentations at some national meetings, including by people winning awards. Anyway, but but when you came and talked to us in Tucson, Pamela came, and she demonstrated that a properly designed study, bringing in all these people, could reproduce the work of professionals, and once you make that case, then it's like, okay, I'm sold, and it was the first time ever, and so I think it's a value to seeing, so not just getting information out, but also bringing in people to participate. Yes, to participate. We need to paint it black though. Participate in actually doing science like the Bennu mappers. That is wonderful stuff, and so it is a total pleasure and an honor to have all you people and all the people that you bring in with you into PSI to help us do more science and get it out to people.
And this is really our long-term goal. We want to do more science, and we currently have federal grants pending. The average person. So I have to say, before I continue the serious thought, last week we went to Florida with all intentions of going to see multiple rocket launches. This is what was on the schedule when we booked our tickets and made our hotel reservations. And we were using up all of my hotel points that were going to expire in December. So it was basically pay airfare, go to Florida, have free accommodations. Never plan a trip to go see rockets 2 months in advance, people. There were no rocket launches. But this fabulous woman is a military vet.
Human, where are you going?
Okay, significant other is trying to escape out the door.
Not out a window?
Well, we're in the basement, so good luck. So while we were down there, we went on all of these remarkable adventures, but along the way, I learned something I hadn't known. And this is, if you invoke Bennu, there is a call and response I was unaware of that people had kept from me. And the call and response is, you say Bennu, everyone present says F Bennu. And someone ends with so many
rocks.
It's a call and response.
Uh-huh.
And it was amazing. Over and over. It was like magic to watch this happen. So if I say Bennu.
F Bennu. I was trying to throw this at Favorite Human who...
and all those poor kids at Disney World having to hear this.
Yeah.
Well, we kept our voices down. We kept our
Well,
voices
no,
down.
what they heard was
Oh, gosh.
Annie going, "Oh, no, that's not how this works. That's not how anything works." That's what they heard.
Hydrogen rocket fuel is not a thing. And where's the oxidizer? And why is the rocket balanced on two metal prongs? I'm not even a rocket scientist, and I know this is wrong.
There was this moment. We were at Mission Space when they divide you up to go on the mission, and it's your crew capsule, which was the three of us, and another crew capsule, which was a mom and three children in this holding area, just the group of us. And we're watching this training video that is showing this massive rocket, like SLS sized rocket, balanced with its engines on two lips of a big slot it's dangling over. It's engines, people. It's engines. And then they're talking about how it's fueled with solid hydrogen. And we're just like totally aghast. And Annie loses it. And we realize that all three children and their moms have snapped over looking at us. And we're like, we're professionals. And then Annie pipes up the number of space toilets.
Annie's like, there are 4 space toilets.
And this woman was just like, I don't know what I got into. And the children were like, space toilets. And it was amazing.
Oh, God.
So you can't take us anywhere is the moral of the story. So
man.
there's an entire Daily Space episode about our misadventures at Epcot and all the things they did. So say it, Annie.
That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. Solid hydrogen is a thing, but not to that scale. It is totally a thing, because at that time I was like, solid hydrogen isn't a thing at all. No, it is actually a thing. It was done in like the late 1800s, but you need an oxidizer. Fun facts, kids. You too can learn computer science and then learn all about rockets.
Or in my case, you just need xenon. Electric propulsion. Sorry, whole different thing.
But you're not going to get off the surface of the planet with that.
This is true, but there also may be other means.
That's true. Now the other thing about Mission Space was they had the JWST in low Earth orbit, and you encountered it prior to getting to the moon.
Press F for respect.
Well, I mean, it's better than as an oceanographic experiment.
That's true, but there was the question raised of, what does Disney know that we don't?
Why not Hubble? I mean, I know why not Hubble, because then they'd have to update the video and da-da-da-da-da, but still, that would have been a better place for Hubble than it would have been for JWST. Just saying.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Absolutely.
And we have Paranor back in the chat. And Paranor, you are welcome to join us in Zoom. Paranor is a mod that basically, the third or fourth time I was on Twitch by myself, I had this moment of, holy expletive, there's a lot of people here. I can't mod quickly. Okay, this one person has been here every time I've been streaming. He seems reasonable. Mod, you are a mod. I just simply made him a mod. And he's turned out to be one of our greatest, basically, champions here on Twitch, and has also become a close personal friend. And I heard, I don't know if it's you or Keeper, but one of the two of you has been spreading rumors that people shouldn't play Ticket to Ride with me because I'll beat them. And I will, but you're not supposed to tell them.
I've not played you yet, though.
Everyone who's played Ticket to Ride with you.
Yeah, it's not just the two of them. I hate to break it to you. It's not just the two of them.
Why do you think we buy maps you don't have?
But
See, we were going to play when we went to Florida. We I think we took it with us and we never pulled it out because we were too busy making podcasts. Yeah. So you still owe me a Markland game.
It's true.
I bet I can kick your butt on that one.
Yeah, I welcome the challenge.
How long did I even keep that from you?
I don't know. So as we move into 2020, we're in we're in so much better of a place than last year. And Mark, I have to say, my entire staff, I've caught them all telling people, "Oh my God, we're happy," and the way they say it is "Oh my God, we didn't know this was possible in academia." That is the tone of voice that is being
And we're not
used.
even academia.
And I literally just told someone that in chat. I was talking to them and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to tell you the story of how we got to PSI. And they're wonderful. So thank you.
Oh, it's like I said, it's great to have you guys on board.
And
in fact, I'm even
Go
talking
ahead.
about a studio, but we'll talk about that on the side.
I only heard studio, to be fair. I only heard studio.
Studio
all you
sounds
need to hear.
good.
So we're now in a place where the amount of money that has been donated is not a palindrome. People, you can fix this. We are $2.10 away from being a palindrome. Why is the amount that has been donated not a palindrome, people? Why? You know I need it to be a palindrome. I need it to be a palindrome. But we're in a position where last year, this hangout-a-thon was something that was approached with despair, sorrow, grief, and how the heck am I going to pay all my people while they figure out what the next stage of their life was. We didn't know if we would be here at this point. But all of you out in the audience, you've been there for us. You've lifted us up. And we're changing the model with which we do CosmoQuest. In the past, we've been in a situation where the software we wrote was not open source. It wasn't out on GitHub for everyone to use because there were institutional issues, constraints. That's no longer an issue. We can put what we do out into the world and invite you to come in and help. And we need this because I'm an okay computer scientist. Annie is a good beginning. There's Paranor. Welcome, Paranor.
I am out of practice is part of the problem.
And
I still write what for.
I'm sorry.
What for? Wow.
Wait, what happened?
It's a really old command. He's talking Fortran.
Oh no.
Fortran.
No.
Waterloo
Nope.
Fortran.
Well, it's
Yeah.
it's like Latin, but for computer languages.
Oh, I understand.
Fortran was the first programming language I learned.
Mine too.
My
Actually,
first computer didn't have a GUI.
No, I take that
Auto
back.
start.
No, mine was Pascal.
yeah, mine
Oh.
too. I learned Pascal, and then I learned Fortran, and then I learned
And then
C.
assembly.
Fortran
Oh.
self-taught Pascal.
Ooh.
Pascal is the devil.
Oh, it's
And
awesome
I
language.
am not a programmer. I think I'm the only one here who
Oh,
is not a
neither am I.
programmer.
I'm not either, which is why I left computer engineering, because I'm not a programmer.
And Susie, you have all the soft skills that people like me are oblivious to needing to have. It's not that I realize I have a deficit. It's that I don't even know there are skills I don't have. And this is why we need you. We're a team. We have all these different skills. And moving into the future, we're putting everything open source. So all of you out there who've said, for the love of God, can I please just help you write your software? Yes, you can is the answer. And I'm going to start coding regularly right here on stream. Thank you so much for the $24.10. We almost have a palindrome again. Wait. 83553. We have a palindrome. Palindrome success. Okay, people, you need to donate intervals of 11 or start getting complicated.
Fibonacci sequence is a great way to donate.
It's true. That took me far too long to realize in the last segment. So some of these gentlemen know that my favorite mathematical series is the Fibonacci sequence. And they started donating bits that were snowmen, that were unicorns, because their carrot was in their forehead. And they were donating 1, 1, 2. And I was just like, what is up with all of these unicorn snowmen? And then I realized it was the Fibonacci series. So we're in this amazing situation where we have a supportive work environment. Thank you, Mark. We have this amazing team of people, both paid, Susie, Annie, I'm pointing in the wrong directions. Nancy is also a part-time member of our team. I wish we could pay you full-time. I'm sorry. I'm just going to keep saying that. I have dreams. I have dreams. We rely on Dave, who works in aerospace, to keep us honest on our Rocket Wednesdays. And he quite often writes the bulk of the scripts for us as a volunteer.
Thank you.
We turn to Gordon.
You saved me so many times.
No worries.
We are a team, and all of you out there, DPI, we've talked software numerous times. You reach out and you say, how can I help? And every time we do have to reach out and say, please, you're there to carry us. And I hope we're there to carry you too. We just want to say thank you. And thank you. We have 20 more minutes. And so what I want to hear is, what are your dreams for the future, all of you out there? And there's Paranor.
Go at the door.
There's Paranor.
He may be voice only, which is fine. He
Yeah.
can be voice only.
Hi, Paranor.
Paranor.
Hello.
Ah,
We
there he
hear
is.
There
you.
he is.
Yes.
Excellent.
Paranor is a
Oh God, I'm hearing me.
well, and you are a great voice actor. You need to meet Twitch though. And he actually is a really good singer and has done some parodies. He did a parody song for us last year during the Hangout-a-thon. Yeah. So Paranor, I like out of nowhere one day went, oh my God, I need a mod. And I modded you. And you've been here ever since.
Can't get rid of him.
Thank you.
Yeah.
He's here every day, pretty
Yes.
much.
Yep.
Pretty much. He's here probably more often than I am,
Yeah.
and he doesn't get paid for it. That's amazing.
Right.
I do now have a poster tube, and I'm going to be sending you a whole bunch of posters so that you have a cooler set when you're streaming.
I remember you saying that when you said the tube. Don't you worry.
You are going. The posters are all rolled up, ready to go in the room Annie's been staying in. I don't know if she noticed them, but they're in
No.
there.
I didn't notice that.
That's okay.
I won't be there much longer.
So what has the story been like for you, Paranor? What's it been like becoming part of the giant assembly that is CosmoQuest?
It's been sending me bonkers. Bonkers, I say. Just bonkers.
Oh, really? Says
Oh, my
they
gosh.
There you are.
Oh my gosh.
Volunteered
Hello.
to join
Welcome. We get to see your face.
Wow.
Awesome sauce.
Cheers.
We're usually just
Hi,
either
hi,
typing with him or occasionally hear him, but now we can see him. Yay!
I'm getting
Oh,
confused
Stella.
with multiple monitors and this and that and that.
Oh,
And
jeez. I have all the
Eddie,
dogs.
Eddie.
I feel like oh, Stella.
Yep.
Not too loud.
Stella, come here.
Stella heard me being excited and happy. Come here, come here, come here.
Oh my God. Or oh my dog.
Oops.
Oh, the rest of us are here.
Yeah.
I missed favorite human.
You did. I know.
Annie, get him back on. Get him back on.
There's the video on demand.
That's true. I'll make a clip.
This is why we have fun.
It really is a great group of people, and I mean, you've got people here who are mostly from the US, but you've got myself and you've got Paranor who are from Canada.
And we have Guido from Germany.
There's Guido from Germany.
I don't know. I think we lost the mic.
Wiggle it.
No, the mic is there, the camera's not.
Oh, so you guys heard me screaming and didn't wonder what happened.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, exactly. We knew what was going on. Stuff.
Oh,
Ah, okay.
we're looking at you from the side.
That's because the dog got the tripod.
Everyone's being blue screened. It's awesome.
Oh no.
We can see right through Dave.
Efficient. it switched what camera it's using.
Yeah.
I was gonna say what?
You may regret our being part of PSI, Mark, after this.
Okay, so the only
Better do
camera
that,
it
too.
can see at this point, and my headphones are gonna die, so I'm gonna switch to
Is
speakers.
this one?
Yeah, so everyone come gather over here. You get to see the rest of the work area.
You're being green screened, Pamela.
It's
We're looking
lovely.
right.
It kind of looks like you're wearing a full snowsuit now, not just snow pants.
Right.
Actually, that'd be kind of a cool sweatshirt. So something for
Yeah.
later.
Nobody will catch it from me.
Terrible.
Annie's green screen.
Some cables. Can those of you who, Susie, Nancy, Gordon, Mark, Tim, can you talk amongst yourselves while I fix the technology? Hello?
Okay.
Why did Zoom just freeze? Oh shit, I now have a whirly rainbow.
Oh no. They said it stopped.
Yeah, the whole thing stopped. Crap. Like,
They're saying it's all good now.
I don't believe them.
But they're saying we're still live. So we
Yeah,
can't
no.
hear the guests.
We're so it's now a giant spider on stream.
Awesome.
Nope, that was the wrong stream.
All the others are frozen, but they can hear us.
How are they hearing us?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, we're working on fixing it. People enjoy the giant spider.
Oh.
Oh!
Oh man.
Oh, do you like that, Stella? Oh!
That when you have the desire to show somebody something and then to be able to follow that through and give them a great experience, you know, that's I don't think that's inconsequential.
No.
I think that's great, and I think that people that have a passion for that, you know, such as all the people, that's a gift. That's a vocation. That's something from which everybody benefits, and not enough, and it's not that many people to do it, frankly.
Follow your passions, people. Follow your passions, even though it's a side gig.
Right.
Oh,
For me, it is because I work for the Canadian equivalent of the Census Bureau. I work for Statistics
Illuminati.
You know.
Okay, for the next 8 minutes, you get to deal with us having off audio because it works. And after 40 hours, if the last 20 minutes is sideways, we rocked this.
Absolutely.
Did you have to use that phraseology?
Bennu.
So many rocks. So many rocks.
Give me the
Oh my
and nobody
gosh.
gets hurt.
I did a presentation. On Bennu Mapper to the Ottawa Centre of the Royal Astronomical Society. When would that have been? September? You helped me. You gave me some of the source material. Oh, it would have been in the spring, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And the very last slide I had up there was, I think it was my subtitle, was just "so many rocks."
Yes. Yes. I have used those slides.
Oh, awesome.
So many rocks.
great.
It's horrifying.
But I mean, it's just amazing watching. I was just hearing about the level of dedication and the number of images completed, and that is breathtaking.
So
Absolutely breathtaking.
No lie, the OREX team thought it was going to take us a year to finish, and we did 91 days. Because we kept asking for extensions, and they were like, yeah, sure, we'll give you more extensions, not knowing that they thought it would take us a year to finish.
Right.
And yeah. When I learned that they thought it was going to take a year and told us they wanted it by a different date, I was just sort of like, really? Really? But we did it. We did it. In 91 days, 3,640 people made over 14 million marks on the surfaces, that's the moon, of a rock that's been taken away from me.
You have to admit, though,
Thank
Mike
you, Annie, for
Cassidy.
taking the rocks away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried to throw it
Almost
earlier.
looks like
so-
Dr. Evil and his cat. But Binu.
So we have a countdown clock. We are at 1 day, 15 hours, 51 minutes. Counting down. We have 9 minutes remaining because I started us late. Because let's face it, world, I am not meant for 8 a.m.
Time zones are your
Time
friend too.
zones. No, they are not.
Oh, so the
Gosh.
other
No,
thing that has
time
come-
zones are
I'm-
not your friend, Gordon, and you know that.
Oh, they're my
Planetary
friend.
rotation is
Friends-
evil. We need it for meteorological reasons, but otherwise, planetary rotation can just go away.
With friends like that, we don't need enemies.
Like time zones.
You know, time zones is making us wish it was a flat Earth. I hate to say.
Oh,
He's
no, no,
not
no,
wrong.
no,
He's
no.
not wrong. That's the worst part.
Well, see, we've got to figure it out in Arizona. We don't change.
He
Well,
also had
There
valley
you go.
fever.
That's the smart thing.
Hold
That's
on.
Hawaii.
Oh, but you still have
I-
time zones.
You
I
had
drove-
valley fever, Mark. You had valley fever.
I did an
Yeah,
eclipse
Valley
trip.
Girl.
I did an eclipse trip, and we drove from. I met up with my friends in Albuquerque, and then we went to Flagstaff, and then Utah, and then Wyoming, where we saw the eclipse. And we drove into Arizona, and we were the clocks were forever changing their time as we drove in and out of the places that didn't respect daylight saving time.
Yeah, a lot
No
of the
respect at
Navajo
all.
reservations don't.
Yeah.
I think the most impressive thing I ever saw was Sandy Springman on air. I think it was during a weekly space hangout. We were talking about time zones, and she just rattled off, well, when you go here, it's this, and then you go there, and it's that. And she just rattled off all the time zones in Arizona and which reservation has it, and I was just like,
Field geology. You get that from field geology.
Yep.
she just blew me away. You know what it was? I think it might have been the shakedown we had for all the journalists.
Okay.
Because I think it was at that point, and it was just like, she was my hero. I'm lucky I can keep track between Chicago and New York.
That's only 1 hour.
I know. That's what I'm saying. So
So Gordon is, in addition to being a keeper of maps, a keeper of time zones because he used to work on spacecraft.
Yep.
And between him and our instro, we have this background UTC, UTC, UTC.
I'm with them on UTC. It's when daylight savings changes is when I totally wipe what UTC offset I'm on now.
And I'm good with being offset to London except for 2 weeks a year. Because I live on the 90th parallel. And Greenwich is on the 0th. And there's 24 hours in a day. And there's 360 degrees in a circle. So I am a quarter turn off of London. Which means it's 6 hours away. So I'm 6 hours off of London except for the time that we've changed time zones and they haven't. But the rest of the world, I have to remember where it is. It's easy to misplace countries.
yeah,
You know, I try to put time. Yeah, I don't do it all the
What have
time,
you done
but
with
when
Ireland?
What have you
advertise
done
our
with
monthly
Ireland?
captain, I like to include time zones for where people are at PSI around the world.
Yeah.
So 2 places in Australia, India for a while, Russia, Latvia, Europe, Canada, Hawaii, and it gets to be kind of a long list. You
Yep.
may have noticed that when I've included it. It's and then not changes daylight saving times and stuff at the same.
Right.
We should
time.
just do away with daylight saving time.
Yes,
Yes.
that.
Pick one. I don't really care at this point. I'd like the summertime, but I don't care at this point. Pick one.
Yeah,
Don't
I
need
agree.
it
I agree.
anymore.
That's a good
Yeah,
goal
don't
for
need it.
2020.
We have 4 minutes left.
Write your government
what other
people.
goals?
Write your
Yeah.
government.
So I don't think it's in our power to abolish daylight savings time in 2020. But what other goals should we set in the final 4 minutes of our 40-hour hangout-a-thon?
Rob Fort Knox.
No.
No.
What
Hey, Susie.
legal and possible goals should we set for 2020?
I mean, I already know what Mark's is.
Fill the year with more.
I already know what Mark's goal
Oh, is that paranoid?
Just to irritate people back.
Fill the year with more science.
Yes.
Yep.
That's a hard question.
Actually, my goal for 2020 is to have a Kaylee and Castleby in the Outer Hebrides.
That
It's
is
a party.
Oh, a
That
Kaylee.
is a
I've
thing.
been to a Kaylee. Those are fun.
Yeah.
And it's all Gaelic, and so or Gallic as they say.
Yeah.
And I think that would be a riot. It'd be a birthday thing. So
That would be amazing.
yeah.
What about
That'd
you,
be a
Nancy?
good party.
What do you want to do in 2020?
Make it to 2021.
Fair.
I'm with you. That's mine.
Yeah.
I'm copying. I'm allowed.
With or
Susie?
without killing anyone.
No
Pardon me?
death. No death is a collaboration rule. I believe it's rule 6.
That's
Yes.
true.
There's no rule 6.
You're right. There's no rule 6. No death must be rule 2. Mark is giving us this crazy look. There's actually collaboration rules.
There's a slideshow that Pamela takes us through.
Okay.
It's-
And no death is one of them.
Yep.
It's required.
It's not allowed.
I just don't remember. And all team members are
Favorite
allowed.
human.
I think we lost Annie.
A
No.
significant other came downstairs.
Are we
And
segueing the
she's
South Park
trying
here?
really hard to get him close to the camera.
Come on, please.
Wait.
There's begging occurring in the background,
Favorite human.
and Malachi is growling.
Oh, favorite human.
Okay,
Oh,
so
but-
I
I
remember.
missed you.
Malachi's going to
the
growl.
camera.
So all your faces have been replaced with the collaboration rules,
Oh, there we are.
and all members of the collaboration are allowed to edit these, to add things, but not subtract. No assholes, no death. Do not lick the science. Geologists, I'm looking at you.
Some things you can lick in geology.
No. Trello or it won't happen. That's our organizational
Geologists lick the
software.
science.
No assholes. There is no rule 6. Also, no assholes. Don't fight a land war in Asia. When you go out into the world, take a friend and stick together and share your docs in the cloud. Google site or it didn't happen. No Space Force or JWST jokes too soon. That was written over a year ago.
Oh,
Do
wow.
not-
And it's still too soon for Space Force jokes.
Yeah. And do not trust me to mail things. I am
No.
not to be trusted to mail things.
I received an envelope from you recently that had an envelope inside it from a year ago.
Wow.
I suck.
Why'd
So
you come down here then?
That's why I get stuck with all the mailing.
Oh God.
so because
Yeah, he was kicked
I
out.
use for whatever reason my handwriting wasn't clear enough on my return address, so
I
Canada
don't know.
wouldn't take the package, but they returned it to me. I'm not.
I
gonna
don't
try
know
and
that it
understand
got
that
to
logic.
Canada. I think it was in the US. We're fairly easy. Once you give us the package, we don't care.
Well, all I know is it was rejected and it ended up back
purpose.
here. It came home. It got put in a pile of papers. It
Yep.
was lost until about a month ago,
Yep.
at which point I remailed it. Hi. Don't trust me to mail things.
But when
Annie,
she does, there are all sorts of really nice things in it like this.
It's
Mhm.
true.
Last year for the Hangout-a-thon, I found a thing with my handwriting that said Guido on it from the Hangout-a-thon before.
Oh no.
Several years before.
Oh,
Guido now has it.
To be fair, I should not be trusted with mailing things either because I still have things from last year's Hangout-a-thon in my house, and Dave was even at my house to help me mail these things.
Sorry, Veronica Cure.
And folks are staying at my house until everything is packaged, All the customs forms are complete. I have a stack of all the customs forms. We have a label maker set up. No one is leaving except to get food until things are ready to be mailed.
Wait, does that include favorite human?
No, he's allowed to leave.
Bye.
You have to carry a pass.
I guess
You
we
just
do
have
need
to
hall
get by
passes.
Malachi.
Yeah. Yeah, Malachi will growl. But we've made it 40 hours, people. We have made it 40 hours. And you're still here. And
And our audience is still here.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Thank you, audience.
Y'all be crazy, and we love
All
it.
of you.
They put up with us overnight.
It's true.
They did totally put
Every
up
day,
with us
every
overnight.
night.
Oh my god. No game. Well, no. Games did get played. Games got played.
I
Also,
missed
you
the
have more
games.
games now, Pamela.
I'm okay with this.
Winter Steam sale!
I left them with my Steam account and authorization and my credit card.
I only spent half of what you told me.
Okay, we're good.
I haven't even gotten to look at the Steam sale yet this year. So
Oh no, look at it. It's
you guys
amazing.
are lucky.
Portal is $1 right now.
What's $1?
Portal!
Portal is $1.
Portal.
Well, we
Ooh.
already have it, but
So I think it's time for us to say we love you. We could not do this without all of you out there supporting us. And when I roll the credits in a moment, it's not going to capture all the names of all the people who supported us across all the hours of this event. But it's going to be a start. And I will be sending thank yous to everyone with digital versions of the digital art I created during the Hangout-a-thon. It's literally the least thank you I could give you. Know that I wish I could do so much more. And I'm going to try in the next year, as all of us work, to make you proud. To science, to do science, to communicate science, to share the ups and downs, the failures, the wins, and invite you in to be part of everything we do. So that next year when we do this again, this screen is more crowded
One
than
girl,
it is.
$5?
Yeah, that
One
was
girl, $15.
one girl, $15. That was One Girl, Two Beakers. She changed her name. I adored that. It's fabulous. Chemist, One Girl, Two Beakers. It's a joke. Anyways, they can already see the credits rolling. So I'm just going to say, all of you are amazing. Thank you for sticking here with us. We will be back, or at least I will be back on Monday with the Daily Space. We're going to take Christmas Day off. But we have news, and I'm going to be watching you, Betelgeuse, do something awesome.
Betelgeuse.
And wherever
Yes.
you are in the world, have a fabulous morning, evening, or afternoon. We'll see you on the other side.
Don't hit that button yet.
don't
I'm
forget
told-
to look
I
up.
have one
Yes.
thing to say.
Look up. Oh,
Yep.
Pamela, Mark, you got a good one there. I cheers to you, Pamela, because you bring us all together.
yes.
And without you, none of this is possible.
Truth.
This is
And it's not
freaking
just
true.
because of what you do, it's because of who you are.
Yep.
And at least me, I raised the mug.
Yep.
Thank you.
Adore you.
I would cry if I drank anything other than coffee today and weren't dehydrated.
I always drink coffee.
Never enough coffee.
It turns
got
out
it.
there is a maximum. It turns out there is a maximum.
Yes.
I'm
Only
I'm
by your
without
bladder.
words.
Okay.
And without words, I am so grateful to all of you being here across so many years to support me in all the crazy things we have done across so many people saying, you can't do that. They took Benny away from me.
Yes.
Otherwise, I would show it to you. We did that, people. We did that. And we're going to do more. And we're going to keep growing and keep doing amazing things because of you. And
Yes.
you give me the ability to do everything I do. So I expect to see all of you showing up on Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. London time, when we are here with the Daily Space to put science in your brain. But until then,
No, it's a podcast.
have a fabulous morning, evening, or afternoon. We'll see you on the other side. Bye-bye.
Okay, they can't see us anymore. They might be able to hear us though, so hold on.
No swearing yet.